God has a beautiful message for you today about a small act of kindness that's coming your way. This simple gesture you'll make will create ripples through the universe that you can't even imagine right now. This isn't just good advice or a nice thought. It's a divine promise for your life. God is revealing to you that one small moment of generosity will return to you in the most unexpected and wonderful way. Your heart is being prepared right now to recognize this opportunity when it appears. That single act of kindness you're about to perform will change everything in ways you never thought possible. As you hear these words, know that God sees a divine opportunity coming your way to show kindness to someone who desperately needs it. Many people miss these sacred moments because they seem too small or unimportant. But this tiny act you'll perform will unlock blessings you can't imagine right now. Think of kindness as planting a seed that grows into something far bigger than what you planted. The timing of this message is perfect because God is preparing your heart so you won't miss the moment when it arrives. Your awareness right now ensures you'll be ready and willing. The blessing that returns to you won't come immediately, but when it does, it will be far greater than what you gave. This isn't coincidence. It's divine orchestration working in your favor. Small acts of kindness carry enormous spiritual weight in God's kingdom. Just like a single candle can light up an entire dark room, your small gesture can brighten someone's whole life. You don't need wealth or power to change someone's world completely. Sometimes the smallest things make the biggest difference. A kind word spoken at the right time can save someone from despair. Holding a door open with a genuine smile can restore someone's faith in humanity. Listening without judgment can heal wounds that have been bleeding for years. Even a small financial gift given from the heart can be someone's miracle. God has a supernatural way of multiplying small offerings into great blessings. Remember how a widow's small offering meant more than large donations from the wealthy, or how a few loaves and fish fed thousands. Your small act of kindness matters more to God than grand gestures from others because He looks at the heart behind the action. When you give from a pure place, you create chains of blessings that keep moving through the world long after your initial act. This message you're hearing right now is preparing you for a specific moment that's coming soon. God is positioning you to be someone's miracle, someone's answered prayer. You're receiving this divine guidance so you'll be spiritually ready and willing when the opportunity appears. Sometimes we get so busy with our own lives that we miss chances to be a blessing to others. We walk past divine appointments without even noticing them because they look like ordinary moments. But your sensitivity to this message changes everything. Right now, someone is praying for help, for a sign, for hope. You are going to be the answer to that prayer. This moment is a spiritual checkpoint in your journey where God tests your willingness to be used for His purposes. Kindness isn't just a nice thing to do. It's obedience to divine prompting. Pray for open eyes that see opportunities and a willing heart that responds without hesitation. Trust that when the moment arrives, God will make it clear to you. You won't miss it because you're being prepared right now to recognize it. As we've talked about this beautiful promise of kindness returning to you, I'd like to help you receive more divine messages about blessings coming your way. If these prophetic words resonate with your spirit, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your subscription ensures you'll catch future divine warnings and promises meant specifically for you. Stay connected to the guidance that prepares your heart for miracles. Pay attention to the signs that will appear when your kindness moment arrives. You might feel a strong inner prompting to help someone specific, even if you don't know why. This isn't random. It's divine direction speaking through your spirit. You might have an unusual encounter that feels divinely arranged, like someone crossing your path at an unlikely time or place. Perhaps you'll notice a feeling of compassion that seems bigger than the situation warrants. These disproportionate feelings are God enlarging your heart for a specific purpose. Sometimes resources appear in your life right before you need to give them to someone else. A little extra money, unexpected free time, or a skill suddenly needed by someone near you. These aren't coincidences. They're divine setups orchestrated by heaven. The moment might feel uncomfortable or inconvenient. Your logical mind might resist, but your spirit will recognize the assignment. You might be running late, but feel pulled to stop and help. You might be low on funds, but feel called to give. Trust these moments because they are heaven speaking through your intuition. The person needing help might not directly ask for it. You'll need to read between the lines of conversations and situations. God speaks through your empathy and awareness, showing you needs that others miss. One act of kindness creates waves of blessing that spread far beyond what you can see. When you help someone, you don't just change their day, you inspire them to help others too. Your kindness becomes their inspiration to be kind. Think of throwing a stone into still water and watching the circles expand outward, reaching shores you never intended to touch. That's exactly how your small act works in the spiritual realm. The blessing that returns to you will be completely unexpected. It might come from a person you've never met, in a form you never anticipated. The divine timing of your return blessing will be perfect, often solving a problem you haven't even faced yet. Sometimes the ripple effect takes weeks to return to you. Other times it might be months or even years. But trust in the spiritual law of sowing and reaping because it never fails. You're planting seeds in the invisible spiritual realm every time you show kindness. Heaven keeps perfect records of every generous act, every sacrifice, every moment you put someone else first. Nothing done in love is ever wasted or forgotten. Your kindness creates spiritual currency that the universe honors with interest. The blessing coming back to you won't look like what you gave, and that's the beautiful part. God's returns are always greater and more creative than our giving. You might give someone food and receive a job opportunity in return. You might offer encouragement and receive physical healing. You might share your time and receive financial breakthrough. The possibilities are endless because God's ways are higher than ours. Someone you've never met might become the source of your blessing. A stranger might offer you exactly what you need at exactly the right time. The return blessing will address a need you haven't mentioned to anyone, proving that only God could have arranged this connection. You might receive the blessing through a random encounter that doesn't feel random at all when you look back. Divine connections form through your acts of kindness, creating networks of blessing you never planned. Doors start opening in unexpected areas of your life. You find favor in impossible situations. You receive recognition that only God could orchestrate. Your small act of kindness becomes someone else's big breakthrough, and their gratitude creates energy that circles back to you multiplied. The return blessing carries its own ripple effects, blessing others through you again. Just as you're about to receive this beautiful return blessing through your kindness, your support helps us continue sharing these divine messages with others who need encouragement. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these prophetic words to reach people who are waiting for their breakthrough. Your generosity participates in the ripple effect we've been discussing, spreading hope to those who need it most. Thank you for being part of this blessing channel. Let's talk about the common reasons people miss kindness opportunities, because awareness helps you avoid these traps. Many people fear being taken advantage of, worrying that their generosity will be abused. Others worry about having enough for themselves, thinking they can't afford to help. Some feel embarrassed or awkward about offering help, afraid of offending someone's pride. Others assume someone else will help instead, thinking their contribution isn't needed. Many overthink the small gesture until the moment passes completely. But God promises to provide for generous people. You literally cannot give God no matter how hard you try. Think of the difference between a flowing river and a stagnant pond. The river stays fresh because water constantly moves through it. The pond becomes murky because it only receives and never gives. Your kindness keeps blessings flowing through your life instead of stagnating. There's divine protection that comes with obedient giving. Learn to tell the difference between wisdom and fear, because they can feel similar. Sometimes discomfort signals divine assignment rather than danger. Growth happens outside comfort zones. Your hesitation might be the enemy trying to block your blessing by making you miss your moment. Let's talk about specific ways your small act of kindness might show up in real life. You might feel led to buy someone's meal at a restaurant or pay for their coffee in line behind you. Perhaps you'll be prompted to help someone with gas money or groceries when they are struggling to make ends meet. Your kindness might come through offering genuine encouragement to someone who looks defeated by life. Sometimes the greatest gift is simply giving your time to truly listen to someone who feels invisible and unheard. You might share resources you have extra of, like clothes, household items, or skills. Helping someone with a practical task they can't do alone might be your moment. Writing a meaningful note or message to someone who needs hope could be your assignment. Connecting two people who need each other creates kindness through relationship. Forgiving a debt someone owes you or releasing an offense can be powerful kindness. Being patient when others aren't kind to you reflects God's nature. The specific kindness God prompts you toward might surprise you because it might be something only you can provide in that moment. Stay flexible to God's creative directions and unusual requests. Understand that you're not just receiving a blessing through this experience. You're becoming a conduit for blessings to flow through. God wants to establish you as a channel of His generosity in the earth. This small act of kindness is actually training for greater levels of generosity ahead. Your faithfulness in small things qualifies you for larger assignments and bigger blessings to steward. You're building a reputation in the spiritual realm right now. Angels are watching and recording your acts of kindness in heaven's books. You're becoming known in heavenly places as someone generous and willing. This act positions you for larger assignments where God can trust you with more resources and influence. Your character develops through giving because it breaks selfishness and builds compassion. You're learning to hear and obey divine promptings quickly without overthinking. Each act of obedience strengthens your spiritual hearing for the next assignment. You're building kingdom currency through kindness that has eternal value. You're participating in God's work on earth in tangible ways. Your kindness reflects God's nature to people who need to see His love in action rather than just words. In closing, as we think about this beautiful promise of kindness rippling back to you, let's move forward with expectant hearts. Be ready and willing when your divine opportunity appears. Trust that the unexpected return blessing is already on its way to you. Remember the ripple effect of small acts and how they create waves of change. Keep saying, "I am a channel of God's blessing," and believe it deeply. Watch for divine appointments in ordinary moments. Have confidence that God multiplies everything done in love. Get excited about the unexpected return that's coming because it will exceed anything you could arrange for yourself. Your kindness matters more than you know. If this message has filled your heart with hope about kindness returning to you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine guidance. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a prophetic word meant for you. When you share this message with others, you participate in the ripple effect we've discussed, multiplying blessings for everyone. Dear Lord, please open our eyes to kindness opportunities and give us generous hearts that respond without hesitation. Help us recognize divine appointments and trust in your perfect returns. Amen. If this message has touched your heart or inspired you to be more generous, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue sharing these prophetic messages with people who desperately need encouragement and hope. Please share in the comments your own testimonies of kindness that returned to you unexpectedly. Tell us about times when a small act you performed came back as a big blessing. Your stories encourage others and build faith in this community. We'd also love to hear what spiritual topics you'd like us to cover in future videos. Your suggestions help us bring you the divine guidance you need most.